Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara on Tabletop Simulator. We're going to go ahead and continue with Can of Worms. We get to do initiative. Dynamite was a dud again. This would have been, there's a potential that where you can do 126 damage if you rolled like all sevens. So, split between the two of them. Still, that's okay. That gives me more time to get that loot. We'll go ahead and reset initiative and add a time token in. Goes to Zeke first. And Cassius is going to end up burrowing at this rate. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to pop my pager. And I'm going to put Damocles in the front. That way he can get his attack in before the burrow happens. Everything else I'm not too worried about. So Damocles will go first. He's going to go up to 6 stamina. Refresh his stuff. Alright, and then he's going to go immediately into Sinful Privilege, Blade Works, which is going to be 2 stamina there. Iridium Dagger. And, we'll go ahead and just, we're going to target Cassius. Obviously, we have Elifie still adjacent, which is why we're able to attack from here. And we'll go ahead and roll our attack. Okay, so that's 14, 15 because of Nemesis versus 12 defense, so it's going to be 3 damage base. 4, 5, 6, 9, 12 physical. 12 physical. I'm going to go ahead and spend Vow tokens, so 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 20 so far. We also have 2 books, so that brings up to 22. So we're at 22 so far. I'm going to go ahead and... 22 damage so far. I'm going to spend 6. So 22 so far. We're going to spend 6 to bring it up to 28. And then the wilt's going to bring it up to 30. So it'll be a 30 damage hit, putting him at 77. I'll go ahead and use the Ring of Blood to heal for 2. I'm going to get... Actually, I'm going to spend 1 stamina as well to go ahead and do an extra 2 on top of that because of follow-through. So it'll be 70. It'll do another... It'll be 32 in total. Okay. And then, I already healed from Ring of Blood. I'm going to get back 1 Vow token. Correction, I'm going to get back 2 Vow tokens. No, sorry, only 1 Vow token. Because of Iridium Dagger. I get mixed up with my other Damocles and my personal playthrough where I actually have the ability where I get Vow tokens when I take damage. Okay, and then that is going to be it for him. Just making sure there's nothing else to note. Nope, that's everything. Okay. Alright, it's going to go to Zeke next. Yep, goes to Zeke next. He's going to get 3 stamina. We're going to go ahead and start off with the backpack. And we're going to throw everything we have at him. I don't suppose, what else do I have in here? Just the wand. Okay. Then I'm going to throw these things at him. Alright, 8 damage in total. So I'll put him at 87. Alright, so far we've done 164 damage. So we're halfway there. We're also past the halfway point as far as timer is concerned. Then I'm going to spend a stamina to switch this stuff out. And I'm going to switch back to my axes. Like so. Alright, then I'm going to spend a stamina to move. One, 2, 3, 4. So the reason why I'm moving is technically the AI is going to pick whatever is most beneficial, and it would would probably try to stomp on top of, well, it's still going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to stomp one way or the other. Crush is annoying. Alright, well, either way, I'm going to go ahead and just move up and attack. We're going to attack using a fight drive. We roll 2 greens because we're using Hatchets of Honor. Roll the attack. 12 plus 1 because of Nemesis. As always, if it's an attack, I'm targeting cast with this. I'm not going to risk... Oh, actually, I'm an idiot. I should have done... Sorry. My 8 damage would have gone to... My throws go to Alana, because I don't have to worry about counterattacks that way. Anyway, sorry about that. And while we're at it, let's do this. There we go. Anyway, back to work. 12 plus 1 is 13, and this thing has 12 defense because of darkness. So it's going to be 1 damage base, plus 1 from the shield, so that's 2 damage. Wilt's going to increase it to 4, so 4 damage in total. Alright, and then I'm going to use the other fight drive, and attack again. 11, 12. Technically it's a hit, but it's not going to do much. I'm going to go ahead and use Intervention to reroll. Same roll. Okay, so it's going to be 12 because of Nemesis, and it's 12 defense, so it's going to be base damage 0, 1 damage from the shield, and then 3 because of Wilt. Alright, well that happened. And I'm going to save my stamina for now. Okay, that is that. I can't heal anyone. Actually, I can heal... Oh, I should have done more damage with Damocles, because I could have just healed it all for him. That's dumb of me. Oh well. Maybe there'll be another opportunity. Goes to Elifie. Elifie's going to heal for 2. Get 3 stamina. She's going to go ahead and cast Gore Shot. We'll cast it on Alana. It's not going to hit, but I'll try anyway. Yeah, 2 plus 6 is 8. Even with minimum rolls, she has to roll double 1s, essentially. That's not double 1s. Okay, and then 2 stamina. She's going to go ahead and attack Cassithis, plus 1 to the attack because of Nemesis. So that brings it up to 16 versus 12, so it's going to be 4 damage base. And then books are extra damage, so 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 damage plus 2 from Wilt is 10, putting it at 96. Okay. Then 2 more stamina to attack again. Same thing. Plus 1 from Wilt. Misses completely. Alright. Goes to Justice. Justice will get 4 stamina. She's going to heal for 1 because of Nirvana's Mark. And then she's just going to move. So spend a stamina to move. And then spend a stamina to loot. So blue, loot. You see a crude image into the wall at the back of a dark section of a collapsed wall. Upon closer inspection, it seems to be a set of symbols. Make a lore 12 check. Good luck. 8 plus 6 is 14, so that's a pass. If you fail, do not discard this token. If you pass, you touch the symbols, and they light up in a rhythmic pattern. A small panel slides out of the way, revealing a small dust-covered crown. Reveal medium card, UM29, and gain the Arcalan Halo story accessory. Okay, and for some reason it added a initiative card here. We'll just put it over here. Okay. The armor value printed on your equipped armor is reduced to 0, and then you gain immunity to disease and wilt. It gives +1 defense. This is actually really good for her, because since I'm sticking with the hasten core, this will actually get her defenses up. Also, immunity to disease and wilt is always a plus. So I do get a free re-equip, and I desperately needed that free re-equip, so I'm going to do that. Swap that in. And swap that in. So yeah, armor value printed on your equipped armor is reduced to 0. So her armor is already at 0, so she's good, and she gets +1 defense. So does Elifie. Alright. So this is actually kind of interesting. If you have the Arcana Halo and the Augmented Monocle, you become immune to darkness, disease, and wilt. And then if you have a Sickle Charm, you become immune to poison. And essentially at that point, you're pretty much immune to everything but like Condemned. And yeah, that's about it. Now that is it for Justice, unfortunately, because she is way out of range at this point. Oh yeah, during the re-equip. Since I don't need to have the book equipped right now. I can just do that. There you go. All right. Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't. I could use it, but I don't have enough line of sight to actually play around with it. All right. Then it goes to Cassius. He's going to take poison damage. Good for him. 6. So we're at 102 damage on Cassius. So we're at 187 damage so far. Cassius is going to go ahead and move to get underneath as many opponents as possible. Move to be up to reach to as many opponents as possible. So it's going to go after Damocles. Let me take a quick look at Crush again. So let me be right back. Okay, so yeah, what's going to do is it's going to go 1, 2, 3, like that. It's going to do Purple Irreducible to Zeke with Crush. Actually, let me check that real quick. Yeah, sorry, I was just double checking. There's so many weird tags, I just want to be sure. So yeah, it went... Okay, so yeah, this actually puts as many people within range as possible. So yeah, Purple Irreducible. Let me check to see if I actually rolled. I apologize. Okay, I did. I rolled this 3. Okay, so 3 damage. It does provoke a break attack from Elifie, so she is going to take it. Misses. Alright. Also, technically, it provokes an attack from Zeke. This thing doesn't have... yeah, it doesn't have anything that ignores break attacks. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack Cassius then. Let's see what I get. Okay, 17's good. 17, 18 because of Nemesis versus 12 defense, so 6 damage. 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 damage in total. So 13 plus Wilt is 15, so 15 damage in total. Puts us at 117. And then I'm going to go ahead and exhaust 1 hatchet to heal for 1. Okay. Now, next step, of course, is Cassius is going to attack everyone in range. So we'll start with Damocles first. Damocles is actually going to go ahead and flip the Perpetuary Catsuit, so he just doesn't get targeted this round. All right, or this turn rather. And yeah, that's fine. Then it's going to go ahead and target. Next person on the list will be Zeke. Zeke is going to use the Marbish Threads to dodge. We'll roll. And then he's going to re-roll using Nimble Fighter. Okay, +1 to this because he's wearing cloth, so it's going to be 16 defense. Alright, 17, but he rolled Skull, thankfully. I do get a free counter because of Marbish Threads. Actually, I think all cloth armors give free counters when you dodge with them. Or at least with their dodge effect, anyway. 11 plus 1 is 12. It does actually hit because of the -1 from Darkness. So it's going to be base damage 0, +1 from Shield, +2 from Wilt, so 3 damage in total. And then he's going to heal for 1 using the other axe. Alright. So, got that going. Then it's going to go after Elifie. Elifie's not Darkness, so she's going to go ahead and Nimble Dodge and pray. Alright, +1 to this. We now have 12 defense, so this is going to go up to 15. 14, it misses. Okay, then it's going to burrow. Okay. Then it goes to Alana. Alana is going to go after as many opponents as possible. In this case, I'm going to go based off. Well, actually, let me roll the purple die. All right, only goes one space, so it's just going to go right underneath Zeke. All right, then she's going to cast. All right, 6 plus 6 is 12, and I have purple and red. I got 10 in total, which is unfortunately not enough, so it's going to do purple damage and apply darkness. Alright, 7 magic. And darkness. Alright. And then it goes to Rook. Rook will heal for 2. Get 3 stamina. Zeke is within SOI, so he'll go ahead and use Intervention to give him a token. Okay. And not really much else he can do, so I'm going to go ahead and just spend 2 stamina to go ahead and cast Courage Stifle. I'm just going to target Alana. Alright, 6 plus 6 is 12. 11. I have plus 1 armor because of barrier, so it's going to be 12 damage, and it gets half down to 6. Alright, let me check something on Burrow real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, it's not like Submerge. It looks like you can still target it. Obviously, what they get instead is they get the resistances to everything. Alright, we go into our 4th round. So far, we've done 121 damage. And yeah, this will be the last round until, this will be last round. So if we want to make things happen, it's going to be on this turn. Okay, so with all that said and done, let's, we got things going right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have I'm kind of going over my options here. The issue here is the Burrow, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use my last I'm going to go ahead and use my last pager and make Cassithus go first. This is going to make Alana a lot more dangerous for this round, but this is the last round, and I want to do as much damage as possible. So, going into that, let's do this. So, Cassithus goes first. He's going to take poison damage as usual. He's going to take 2. Alright. Then he's going to, he is burrowed, so he's going to move purple spaces. He goes 1 space. Moving to be underneath as many opponents as possible. He's as many opponents as possible already. He's going to unburrow at this point. Doing something like, I don't know, that. And that. And then he's going to say hello to Elifie and Zeke. Zeke is darkness, so he's kind of in trouble. Alright. So yeah, he can't dodge. He's at -1 defense. So yeah, we'll start with Zeke and see what happens to him. 15 in total. And no one else is in range to actually help him. So this is going to hurt a lot. Alright, so 15. It's going to be 4 damage base. 5, 6. It'll be 9 damage in total, putting him at 17. He's going to heal for 2. Then he's going to follow up with the knockback. And if he doesn't pass the knockback, the conviction check here, he's going to slam against the wall and essentially die instantly. So we'll go ahead and do that now. can't do anything about it. Anyone that could potentially help him are out of line of sight, so this is going to take him out completely. Essentially, he's going to get knocked back like 8 or 9 or whatever it was, and he's going to hit the wall for 9 irreducible. So that's going to take him out completely. It's going to put him down to 10 damage when he gets revived. But for right now, also he's going to lose all of his tokens, including the heal tokens, unfortunately. He does lose the darkness, though. And then... Oh, actually, I do have intervention, so I'm going to go ahead and just reroll with the intervention real quick and see if that helps. Did not. Okay, there you go. I used all my abilities. We'll go ahead and remove him off the thing here. Since he died, I can get barrier, haste, or courage. He already has courage and barrier, and he's immune to haste, so nothing from that. And there's no one within SOI to actually help. Okay. Then it's going to go ahead and attack Elifie. Elifie can nimble dodge. Okay, 15 defense. Alright, that's 17, so it's going to do 2 damage. Base, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 damage. That's going to be more than enough to take her out as well. And he is also going to heal for 1. So, bye-bye, Elifie. Okay. That is not a good start. Alright, so everything that could have gone wrong went wrong there. Not much I can do about it, though. Alright, with all that said, man, this thing's just lagging like crazy. Sorry. Goes to Justice next. Unfortunately, Justice cannot... Well, she might be able to get there. She heals for 1, gets stamina, spends 1 stamina to just move. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, you can't extend the range of Bring the Shadows with the stamina, so just moving normally is kind of her best bet. And now she's in range to actually cast spells and contribute. So, actually, we'll move 1 more step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so the reason why I'm going into water is I don't need to dodge any attacks this round, and this puts me in range for throwing. So we're going to go ahead and start with throws. So 2 purples. This will be on Alana, of course, 8 damage. Okay, so that puts us at 218 damage. So we're at 218 damage. I'm going to go ahead and use Etch Console on Cassithus. Okay, 15 plus 1 is... Well, it's going to be plus 1 minus 1 because of the hindering. So it's going to be 15 versus 12, so it's going to be 3 damage base. And then 4, 5 from books. And then 7 because of wilt. So 7 damage in total. Okay. There you go. And then she's going to go ahead. It also will give him an energy token, so we'll go ahead and put that on him. And then I'm going to go ahead and cast Gore Shot. It's going to cost her a stamina. Okay, 5 plus 6 is 11. I'm going to go ahead and do Ineptitude, which will also cost her a stamina. So minus 3 from Ineptitude, minus 3 from Energy, so minus 6. That's 17 minus 6 is 11. I'm going to force him to reroll with Hemlock and Sarah. Or not Hemlock and Sarah, sorry. Soothsaying MP3 player. And reroll it. Seriously? That's impressive. Yeah, so he makes it. So Gore Shot doesn't connect. That is bullshit, by the way. that is top tier bullshit right there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do Life Grasp next. And that's well actually I'm just gonna shoot. So 13 plus, 13, it'll do 1 damage base, plus 2 from books will be 3, and wilt will do another 2, so 5 damage in total. Okay, so that puts us at looks like 230. 230. So yeah, 230 damage. That's it for her. Goes to Damocles, who unfortunately is going to have to move up. So gets his stamina. He's out of range for being healed and all that nonsense, but that's okay. Spend 1 stamina to move. And there's no avoiding this that AoE spell that's coming our way unless we pump enough damage into her. Okay. So yeah. Let's do this, I guess. Blade works. No need for sinful privilege. And yeah, it'll just be a straight up attack. Let's see what we get. We still have an intervention token. I'm going to go ahead and pop it. I want to maximize my damage. I'm going to go ahead and use a Enchanted Piercing. And then I'm going to use one more Enchanted Piercing. I want to see if I can do a good roll. Okay, I guess that's what I'm stuck with. So 13 plus 1 is 14, so 2 damage base. 3, 4, 7, 9, 11 from Wilt. So we're at 11 damage so far. 13 from Vow Token. 13 from Vow Token. 15, 17, 19, 21 from Follow Through. So we're at 21. So 21 at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and add the damage right now. So we're at 21 so far. So it's going to be at 52. So at this point, we are at 251 damage. I think I'll just leave it at that then. And then I'll go ahead and heal using Ring of Blood. I don't want to blow up. Alright. Then it goes to Alana. Alana is not burrowed. Cast a spell against all people within SOI, which is everybody. So we'll go ahead and roll that die. So 8. I'm just seeing... Yeah, there's nothing I can do to force a reroll here. So it's just going to be 14 in total. We'll go ahead and roll for Rook first. Reroll with Nano Robes. So what was it? Total was 14. I got 13, so it fails. 14, I have to roll double 7s here. Failed. And then over here, got 10. Okay, so it's going to do what, red damage? Yep, a red die of damage. Eight damage to everybody. So 10. 8. And 10. Okay. And then that is it for her round. It goes to Rook. Rook will get 3 stamina. He'll go ahead and spend 1 to go ahead and bring back Zeke. And I'll go ahead and put him in a spot where he can flank. Then besides that, we'll go ahead and just do spend 2 stamina to go ahead and cast Courage Stifle on Cassius. We'll go ahead and empower it. Alright, 6 plus 4 books is 10, so 16 in total. Fails it, so it's going to take 12. So 164 now. That's it for him. Goes to Zeke. He'll get stamina. He'll get healed for 2. And then he's just going to swing as hard as he can. So he does have +1 from flank and +1 from Nemesis. 11's a miss, and then he'll exhaust one of his axes to attack again. All right, 13, so 15, so it's going to be 3 damage base. 4, 5, 8 damage in total, plus 2 from Wilt, so 10 damage in total. So 174. And then spend the last 2 stamina to attack one more time. All right, 14, 15, 16. So 3 damage base, or sorry, 4 damage base. 5, 6, 9, 11 damage. So that'll be 85. He'll go ahead and do a heal 1 from that one. All right. And there you go. That's it. That's the round. Starts the next round, which will be at 5 time tokens, and that'll end the fight. Our total damage was 284 damage. So almost got 300. Not too bad. So let's go ahead and put this up. Each party member except Nightingale gets 1 experience point. I'll keep being on track on that. All right, and then read special encounter rule attrition. On your adventure sheet, record how much damage Alana and Cassithis were dealt, then add an additional 3 time tokens to the back of the initiative track. Then record how many total time tokens were added during this encounter, including the additional 3 from this encounter. So we get 8 time tokens here, which we have to add to the thing here, I guess, which honestly is kind of messed up. We can do it like this, I guess. So that's to put it on the initiative track. So we get additional 3, and then we get the 5 here. So that's 8 time tokens. And we have to record the damage that we just did to Cassithis and Alana. Okay. Yeah, if we hadn't had a dud on the dynamite, it would have been guaranteed that we did enough damage. But that's still good. Definitely kept the thing busy. And he definitely probably regrets messing with us now. Alright, and then after that, retreating worm is 271, which will be what we go into next. Alright, so until then, oh, actually, before we end, since both Zeke and Damocles are alive, so we can make use of, we can go ahead and get 4 items. We have plenty to choose from. To be honest, you can take a throwing knife, that's fine. Alright. And I'll give him his dynamite back. Alright, and then of course I took pagers for good old Damocles here. Yeah, so that fight is rough. If you don't have the ability to manipulate turns with pagers, there's a chance that the RNG is just going to be really badly against you, because worst case scenario is Alana gets an action well surfaced, so she does a ton of magic damage. And then, I mean, to be honest, the darkness is bad, but rather the red magic die is pretty rough too, because it hits multiple targets with an SOI, so it's just a mass AoE thing. Also, one thing I could have done, instead of attacking, is I could have done Temporal Cavitation, but that would have hit Rook as well. But yeah, essentially, if Alana surface an axe, she'll cast her spell, and then if it's casted this afterwards, Cassius will do his attack, and then burrow. And then if it goes to the next round and Cassius goes first, he's going to go ahead and do his massive attack with his unburrow, and then he'll hit Alana's turn and does the mass AoE again. So that's the worst case scenario. So generally, you want to manipulate the turns to make Alana go on her turn while burrowed, because it hits less targets and it does less damage. Also, there's a chance you just can't do anything because her movement's anywhere from 1 to 7. So yeah, there's definitely things you can do with this. Now, unfortunately, LFE is gone. I 100% expected this. Like, I knew I was playing with fire with how I positioned her and just how things went. But the key thing in the beginning of the fight was I had to make sure Cassithis and Alana moved away from Justice so that I can make a break for the loot. And the loot obviously is worth it because this is something you can't just buy in a shop. All right. With all that said and done, overall, I've usually complained about like how high the HP goes, but I do kind of like the mechanics for these two because you can actually do double damage with things like dynamite. And you have a little bit of control. Like, obviously, if you take out one of them, it looks like it seems to influence the other one. So it's not the end of the world, but still, the numbers are definitely getting higher. But thankfully, I've made builds where I can actually do pretty good damage. Obviously, if we had Nightingale with us, our damage numbers would just skyrocket because both Alana and Cassithis are vulnerable to barbed arrows. Anyway, I apologize again if I made any mistakes. I think I did pretty good this time. I actually kept up. I kept up pretty well with the Alana gluey domain effect. The confusing pheromones only applied. I made it so I didn't have to make the presence check. Well, actually, I made the presence check once, and that was with Damocles. Everyone else, I either kept them in place or I made the enemy move away from them. So I think overall, this fight went pretty well. Obviously, by the time you guys see this, you'll be typing and screaming at me or something. But overall, I think it went over pretty well. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoy this. When we come back, we'll do more story bits and then hopefully see how Nightingale's doing. So I am The Depressed Eeyore. This was Middara on Tabletop Simulator. I'll see you guys next time.